Hey guys, it's Mike with another Gilded Guardians video, back from the lake. Got a little bit of sun while I was gone, so that was kind of fun. We are on the main account today, and I have kind of an interesting idea that I wanted to try out. So in my current progression, I've been kind of at a standstill for a little bit. I have been acquiring some resources and so forth, but what I want to do today is I actually want to take all of the resources I have, completely max out my Tian Long to level 184 and give him all of the best gear I have available. And then I want to take an Aquirus and I want to max out an Aquirus all the way to level 184 and maybe a Flix to keep my team alive, and see if by isolating those characters and just really focusing on keeping Tian Long alive, as well as the heals up and so forth, whether or not that's a better strategy than trying to spread out all my resources over 5 Guardians. So in the process of doing this, I did have my initial Aquirus that I've been using on the account, Enlightened level 8, Radiance level 1. So this was when I was building her kind of before I knew what I was doing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a new Aquirus, and when I was ascending them, I actually got lucky enough to get a warrior version of this Aquirus. So I'm going to go ahead and build her. Typically I build the one with the lowest serial number just because it makes them more collectible, I guess. I mean, at 4339, I don't think anybody's looking for that serial number. But obviously now they're up to 10,000. So I mean, they've been moving through as far as ascending Aquiruses, but she is a warrior version, which is pretty good. And then as we go through her enlightenments, by utilizing an Aquirus that is already ascended, it gives me a 100% chance to increase her radiance level. Now, the first 2 times I do this, it's going to increase her radiance level for sure, and then after that, you only have a % chance that it does it. And the higher it goes, the lower that % chance is. So we're going to go ahead and get our Aquirus as far along as we can, and then get her maxed out with gear and with her leveling all the way to 184. And then I think I'm going to try just the 2 of them first, because that way she's making Tian Long invincible, and then all of her heals are going to be directed towards him directly. So I think that'll be a pretty interesting combination to put forth. So I'll get all that dialed in. I'll bring you back in. All right, so we'll bring you back in here. So we got Tian Long up to 184. We did get Aquirus up to Enlightenment level 9, Radiance level 3. So one of the chances we had, 68%, to get to Radiance 3, we missed. And on the second one, we got it. So Radiance 3. Ideally, if you can get to Enlightenment level 10, Radiance 4, I think you're doing pretty good. That means you only missed one of those chances. And every time your Radiance level goes up, your % chance goes down for the next Radiance level. So I feel like that's a pretty good outcome for us. Did get her up to 184. On the gear front, we have her decked out with some pretty good gear here with attack. Her heals are based off of her attack, so ideally I'd probably have her in attack boots, but we do have a lot of HP on these boots. And then I did bring over Darizda's crossbow with 18% extra attack, so hopefully that'll help her heals. Tian Long we've got dialed in with attack boots for damage, and then we got high attack on the weapon as well, and then attack on the crossbow. We don't have a lot of crit rate on his kit right now. We have this 12% here, and I think that's it. So I'm still working on building a better set. My goal for him, and I'm going to put a video out kind of speaking a little more to strategy about building in-game gear, at least the way I see it and what I'm trying to do. But I'm trying to slowly replace all of my 12%ers with 15%ers, and then slowly replace all of my pieces with pieces that match. And over time, with key characters, key guardians, I'll be able to kind of do that in order as I get full gear sets. So that's what I'm working on, but it will take a while, especially as slow as building tier 6 is. But I have been at a standstill in adventure mode for a little bit, haven't been able to get some of these challenges done. So we're going to start right here in Cathedral on challenge 3. I have not been able to complete this yet, and we're going to go in with just those 2 characters and see how we do. Now, it might be beneficial to also bring a tank into this team, but I'm hoping with the invincibility we get from Aquirus and the healing that we get from both Tianlong and Aquarius, that these two being maxed out will be overpowered enough to take on this challenge. It could be really bad and not go well at all. So I don't know. I haven't actually tried it. So we'll give it a shot together and see how it fares. But part of me was thinking, doing the spotlight videos when I have one overpowered champion, how well they can move through those waves. So maybe being significantly overpowered would be a better win than having an entire team that was slightly better or mediocre. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens here. Kind of anxious to see how it goes. So far, not good is what I'm gathering. So, yeah. So I think that's about what we got there. There's not really a whole lot to try from that. Well, I feel like the key takeaway there is 5 champions is definitely a benefit. They didn't even stand a chance in that. Not even something where I could tweak something, adjust it, and make it better. So I am going to go back to the drawing board, reallocate my resources across the board, get all 5 of those Guardians going again, and then go back to Flix with her AoE healing ability. I think has been a benefit, and then get our tank back involved with Tuskrog. And over the last few days, I have stacked up quite a few resources, so maybe we can press on the account with the standard strategy. We'll see how that goes. All right, we're back. So we got Tianlong. We put him up to 180 to max out all of his skills, and he's my main damage dealer, so hopefully it'll do work for us. We got Tuskrog here at 170. Taking a peek at gear, I think he does have the best gear that I have available with the attack boots, the main attack stats. We still are pretty limited on crit rate, unfortunately, in this gear set, but we do have the extra attack on the Drizz's crossbow there. We get over to Tuskrog here. We've got him pretty tanky, very defensive, and a lot of his stuff actually matches. We still have a tier 5 set of boots on him, but it does match him, so we haven't really replaced those yet. And then those pieces there, this one is the only one that doesn't match, and then we do have them with defense on the crossbow. Get into Drizda. We got her with the linear assault with the added crit rate plus attack, which we just got that on the account not too long ago. And then we have her outfitted in a full set of tier 6 gear, boots matching her with 15% up stat and their attack. So that was a huge step up for her and her attack gear there. We do have some crit rating there on the helmet, none on the weapon, and I don't think we have any on the chest plate either. We got Grizel leveled out here with her amulet, where she decreases defense by 90% when she puts fear on people, with an added 21% defense. Do have a tier 5 piece, but it is matched to her, so that helps out a little bit there. Got her in HP boots, just trying to make her survivable and durable, and she's hanging out with Tianlong. And then we got Flix here with basically HP across the board. So we got HP on this, HP on the boots there, the best HP I could get on the chest, and I don't think, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So we go into the total info on the HP. She's at 845,000 total HP, which isn't too bad. And that's what we got dialed in. So I'm going to go ahead forward with this team and see. I'm hoping we can clear at least the first wave, but maybe even get through that challenge. So we'll give that a shot and see if that worked better than the other plan. Part of me thought that that Aquarius would be able to keep Tianlong invincible, and by doing that, basically allow him to just do his damage over time and kill the waves. It could potentially work if we were to split it over 3 and then put Tuskrog up front, or a tank. But the problem with that is now you're splitting the heals of Aquarius. So it might be better to put Flix back in there if you're doing multiple heals. So it just kind of depends. So I don't know. It was a thought that got kicked around on the comments there, and I thought maybe that has some merit. Let's give that a try. So we'll jump in here and see if this team does a little better. I feel like it should. After watching the other one go down, I don't even think we killed a single enemy. I had much higher hopes for it than that. So we'll grab Graveyard because that's basically a freebie, and we will hit go and see how we do here. We do have our highest attack power here with Tianlong, who just went down, and Grizel's following him. I think we've got to restart that because we are not going to get much further without Tian Long. So let's go ahead and change the formation here. I'm actually going to do this. Now that way Grizel comes back behind him. And then with Tuskrog at 170 up in the front, hopefully he can tank up some of that damage. So we'll see how this goes a little bit. Maybe get a couple crit rates. We already lost Tuskrog. So this wave is actually pretty stout. But I have not been able to make progress in this in quite some time. So I thought the recommended power was at 130. But as you can see, I'm struggling and all of my people are above 130. I think Flix is at 130 to max her out. So that's pretty unfortunate that we lost Tuskrog. I don't think we're going to be able to get through it without him because he died super fast. So we'll go ahead and press on with the 4 of these guys and see if that next wave can do anything for us. This guy is healing himself for super tanky. I'm not sure. They got all 4 of my guys are working on him and he's just standing there taking it. So let's turn off the there, right as I turn them off to stack up the abilities, they kill him. So, all right, well that's something. All right, so we are on into that next battle. We're gonna go forward without Tuskrog and see how we do. We gotta turn our abilities back on because I did turn them off right at the end of the last battle. We'll see if we can get through this. That first room was pretty brutal. Drizzt needs some love here, so hopefully. Well, that was actually a lot quicker, so maybe we have some hope. Maybe we have some hope even without Tuskrog there. All right, so we're moving on into that boss fight. We were able to buy Charm in the merchant, so that'll help us out. Just buy us a little bit of time up front with those 2 enemies attacking themselves instead of us. So maybe that'll do the trick. I forgot to save these. That's all right. I think Skeletal Screech is not the worst thing. Bone Spurs and Inhibition definitely would be bad. So we'll grab this one and we will go forward and see how this goes. Hopefully we can get into Tian Long's ultimate ability fairly quickly. No, he's dead already. I guess we'll restart, change positions, and see if that helps. But we do need to get to his ability. Otherwise, we're not doing any damage. Drizzt went down really fast, so maybe we'll move her over here. Put Tian Long over there and see how that goes. We'll give that a shot. But ideally, we could get... Okay, we're getting a ability there from Flix. She's going to get some heals out there. Tian Long may have enough to get it done. It does not look like it, so... But I think it answers the question. I think a full team of 5 is definitely better than a team of 2. It was definitely an interesting question, and I thought it had merit. Like if that invincibility from Aquira stepped in and held him up while he could do some damage, I think it could actually do some work for you. But clearly, I think a team of 5 is going to be a benefit over a maxed out team of 2. So hopefully you found that fun. Somebody made a comment in the comments there, and I was like, man, that sounds like that would be a kind of a fun video to try. I did expect it to do better than that, so I'm just as surprised as I'm sure they are. So, but I hope you enjoyed it. That's what I got for you today. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. It means the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.